All right, today we're installing a pretty critical upgrade to your professional toolkit. And no, it's not some new JavaScript framework or the latest cloud-native tech. We're talking about the code you use to communicate with humans, what I like to call the language of systems. So let me just ask you this. You spend years, right, refining your code, making it clean, efficient, just elegant. But what about the language you use to describe that code? To your team, to stakeholders, to management, does it have that same level of precision, that same power? Well, that's the gap we're going to close today. Every senior developer is basically operating in two different worlds. On one side, you've got the clean, predictable world of system logic. But on the other, you have the complex, sometimes messy world of human logic and business needs. Your real value isn't just in writing the code, it's in being the bridge between these two.
Okay, so here's the game plan. We're going to install 3 essential upgrades to your communication stack. First up, your precision toolset for clear, objective reporting. Then we'll grab your strategy playbook for thinking about the future. And finally, we'll fire up your argumentation engine to build some really persuasive logic. And then we'll see how it all comes together to give you a serious advantage. First up, your precision toolset. This is all about learning to shift the focus from who did something to what was done and why it matters. In the technical world, objectivity is everything, and this is the tool that gets you there.
The main tool we're talking about is the passive voice. Now, I know what you're thinking. Forget everything you heard in high school English. In our world, in a technical context, this isn't a mistake, it's a strategic move. You use it when the action and its result are way more important than the person or the script that actually did the thing.
Let's start with the standard passive. So what's the important information here? It's not the specific cron job or the person running a script. The crucial point is the system's behavior, that the database gets updated like clockwork. This phrasing tells everyone this is a reliable, ongoing process. Okay, now let's level it up by adding a modal verb. Must be strictly followed. See how that lands? It's not a suggestion, it's a command. Using the passive voice here strips away any personal opinion and turns it into a formal, non-negotiable rule. It's the law of the system. This is how you report progress like a pro. The perfect passive is perfect for status updates. Notice how it connects a finished action, the refactoring, directly to its current result, better performance. You're not just saying what you did, you're stating its impact right now. The impersonal passive. This is your tool for talking about an industry consensus or a common assumption without having to go find a specific source. It signals that you're tapping into a broader, collective understanding, which gives your point a lot more weight. And finally, the causal passive. Now, this one is huge, especially as you become more senior. Why? Because you delegate. This structure perfectly describes that reality. The company didn't migrate the server itself, right? It caused the action to be done by someone else. This is the language of management. All right, precision toolset installed, check. Next up on our list, your strategy playbook. This is where we move from just reporting on the past to actively simulating and planning for the future. Think of conditionals as your if-then statements for human logic. The zero conditional, that's for scientific facts, the absolute truths. If this, then that, always. The first is for planning out likely future scenarios. The second is your simulator for hypotheticals, great for giving advice. And the third, that's for the postmortem, for analyzing what went wrong after the fact. And here it is, the boss level, the mixed conditional. I mean, look at how powerful this is. It directly connects a past action, choosing that framework, to a present consequence, these scalability issues. You're not just complaining about a problem, you're doing a root cause analysis in one single elegant sentence. This is the language of real strategic insight. So, we have precision and we have strategy. What's the last piece of the puzzle? Persuasion. It's time to install your argumentation engine. This is all about connecting your ideas with unshakable logic, making your case both compelling and crystal clear. Think of these advanced connectors as the logic gates for your arguments. They tell the listener exactly how one idea relates to the next. Notwithstanding, lets you admit a small point to make your main argument even stronger. Hence, creates a direct cause and effect link. Moreover, adds extra weight to your point, and conversely, sets up a really powerful contrast. And the impact is huge. Just look at the before. You've got two separate facts. They're interesting, I guess, but they don't really make an argument. Now look at the after. By adding just one word, conversely, you've completely transformed those facts into a sophisticated point that acknowledges a common belief and then immediately smacks it down with data. That is power.
So this is where it all comes together. When you combine that precision toolset, the strategic playbook, and the argumentation engine, well, you don't just communicate a little better. You gain what I call the alchemist's advantage. Because at the end of the day, it really boils down to this simple truth. Your code is absolutely essential for building the system. Nobody's doubting that. But it's your language that explains its value, that justifies its cost, that charts its future. One builds the engine, the other sells the car. So your next professional upgrade is ready to install. You've already put in the work to master the technical system. The question this explainer leaves you with is, what will it look like when you fully master the human one too?